In this video, we will demonstrate how to set up an Amiga 52 laminator. The same process can also be used on an Amiga 36 unit. Turn on the Amiga 52 so it can begin to heat up while the bottom feeder is set up. Turn on the main power switch. Initial laminator startup will take about 45 seconds. When prompted, press the Start button to initialize the machine. Although sheets can be run either landscape or portrait, the grain of the paper should always be parallel to the hot roller in the machine to ensure the best results. Measure the width of the sheet to properly set up the bottom feeder. Begin with the side guide closest to the operator. Loosen the two large knobs and move the side guide to match the sheet width using the integrated ruler. Retighten both knobs and drop in one sheet. Next, loosen the two large knobs on the opposite side guide. Adjust the side guide to match the width of the paper. A gap measuring about 1/32 inch should separate the edge of the sheet from the side guide. A gap that is too big may prevent sheets from feeding straight. A gap that is too small may cause sheets to catch and prevent them from feeding. Retighten both knobs on the far side guide. Slide the magnetic backstop until it meets the back edge of the sheets. This will prevent sheets from moving out of the feed area. Set the paper thickness by adjusting the paper gate so that only one sheet will fit underneath at a time. First, open the paper gate a few turns. Next, slide two sheets under the gate and turn the top knob to close the gate until you feel slight resistance when you pull the sheets back. Pull the top sheet completely out from under the gate. After removing the top sheet, slide it back toward the gate to verify that it cannot fit back under the gate. If the top sheet is able to slide back under the gate, close it further. Now program your Amiga based on the length of your sheet. Using your tape measure, measure the length of the sheet. Although you can program the machine with this length in inches, millimeters are much easier to enter in the feeding format screen. Within the feeding field on the main operating screen, set the length of the sheet. If the screen does not provide this option, the machine will calculate and input this measurement automatically. Now set the sheet overlap. Begin at 6 mm and adjust this number up or down as needed. Adjust the air blowers, making sure only those that fall within the center of the sheet are open. The first and last air blowers that line up with the sheet should be turned off. Turn the knobs counterclockwise to open the blowers. Turn the knobs clockwise to close the blowers. When running thin stock, only a few blowers should be on. When running thick stock, all blowers should be on. It may be necessary to adjust the vacuum for the feeder. Make sure that only one sheet is being fed at a time. When running porous paper, reduce the vacuum for the feeder. Typically, the vacuum is set to 0.4 bars. On the vacuum pump, turn the adjustment knob clockwise to increase the vacuum and counterclockwise to decrease the vacuum. Due to the variations in sheet characteristics, setting the vacuum may be an adjust and test process. Make sure the pressure regulator for the feeder is set to 3. This setting should not be adjusted. Insert weights that match the weight of the sheets into the feed rollers. Accurate weights are needed to properly drive sheets to the gate. Shorter weights should be used for small, lighter sheets, while longer weights should be used for thicker, longer sheets. If additional weight is needed, place the cap weights on top of longer weights. Set the wave bar up for thick sheets and down for thin sheets. A good rule of thumb is to set the wave bar up for cover weight and down for text weight. Next, ensure the appropriate decurl device is engaged. This is adjusted based on the type of sheets being run. Loosen the bolt on the non-operator side of the laminator. Position the decurl bar up for text weight sheets. Position the decurl roller down for cover weight sheets. Retighten the bolt. Load more sheets into the feeder. Before running the machine, always perform a safety inspection to ensure the machine will function properly. This inspection includes the following steps. 1. Test all machine e-stops to ensure they are functioning properly. 2. Test all machine cover safety switches by opening the cover and seeing if the machine will run. 3. Visually inspect all electrical connections, looking for signs of wear or fraying. 4. Visually inspect air connections, looking for signs of leaks or kinked hoses. The bottom feeder on the Amiga 52 system is now ready for operation.